Hello, children. Let us start with the third topic of chapter number 2 of class 11th business studies. Our third topic is partnership. The first one that we have done was sole proprietorship, then it was joint Hindu family business, now it is partnership. So, what is partnership? See, whenever two people or more than two people are collectively willing to do something legal, some legal business, and they will be sharing the profits and losses. In that case, we can call such a business as a partnership business. Right, when it is two people agreed to share profits and losses, it can be either carried by all or any one of them. It will be termed as partnership. Partnership in India is governed by Partnership Act 1932. Right, means all the rules and regulations of partnership are given in this act. This you have to remember. This is the important term, right? All the acts of all the types of business are important. Let us see the features. Formation, it's very easy. Formation and closure is easy. It is according to the Partnership Act. At least there should be two or more people, some legal business, and they can start their business, right? Another feature is liability. All the partners generally have unlimited liability. As we have done this earlier also, unlimited liability means that if the business assets are not enough to pay off the debts, the businessmen have to use their personal assets to pay the debts, right? So here these are the disadvantaged persons, right? Another one is risk sharing. See, profit and risk both is shared among the partners. So the profits can be can be shared either equally, or they will be shared by in the given ratio. जो decide किया हुआ ratio होगा, either they will be sharing the profits equally or in the given ratio, right? And in the same ratio the losses will also be distributed. That is why it is risk being shared by all. So another one is decision making and control. See, under general circumstances, all the partners have right to take decision making, participate in decisions in the partnership type of firm, right? All the decisions are taken by the mutual consent of all the partners, right? Mutual consent means all will be agreed, then only the decision will be taken. Next one is continuity. Partnership is having lack of continuity. Remember, lack of continuity was there in sole proprietorship also, right? According to our Partnership Act 1932, partnership will come to an end if any one partner also retires or becomes insolvent, bankrupt, or dies, or physically, mentally he is not able to do the business. The business will be closed, will be stopped. Okay. Next one is number of partners. You all just remember that thing. Remember this thing, that generally there are 50 partners, and if the firm takes permission from the government, there can be 100 partners, right? Generally there are 50 partners. If people take permission from the government, they can expand their business and get 100 partners. Next one is mutual agency. Mutual agency is the feature that shows the relationship of agent and principal. See, agent is the person who is doing the work, principal is the person whose work is being done. So anyone does the work, the other one will be bound by it. Any partner, suppose X, Y and Z are three partners, and X and Y have taken some decision, Z is not in town. So X and Y would be the agents, they have done the work, Z will be the principal. And X and Y, whatever decisions they have taken, will bind Z also with their decision. Means if the decision come to an end with losses, all three have to bear. If in the end there are profits, all the three partners will share the profits. Here we finish with the features. So let us see the merits. Easy formation and closure. See, easy formation and closure, everywhere we make it clear that legal formalities are less. It's not very difficult to form this kind of business. Balanced decision making, because there is not any individual taking the decisions. All can, every partner can handle the decision making in the business, right? Can take the decisions in the business. Another one, more funds. Here we are saying more funds as compared to the sole proprietorship business or joint Hindu family business, right? It is having better, larger amount as compared to the previous businesses that we have done. Sharing of risk, this we have already done, that the partners would be sharing the risk and this is the division of risk, rather we can say that all the partners will be having lesser tension, lesser anxiety, lesser burden or lesser stress would be there, right? It reduces the anxiety, burden, stress, etc. Secrecy, the information can be kept secret, confidentiality can be maintained, right? Now next one is the limitations. Unlimited liability, I have told you all earlier also that wherever it is unlimited liability, it will always come as a limitation. It will always come as a demerit. So unlimited liability, demerit. Limited liability, merit. Here it is unlimited one. Next one is limited resources. We have discussed this, that funds are more as compared to sole proprietorship, but in case the business wants to expand, it's not that high funds, right? Another one is possibility of conflicts, because there are too many people working together. It is a group of persons, so their thinking might be different. So in case their opinion differs, some conflicts can be there. Lack of continuity, this also I told you all earlier, that wherever it is lack of continuity, it will be a demerit, it will be a limitation of that business. Because even if the business is flourished one, even if the business is running in a very good flow, then too, if one partner dies or if one partner retires, the business will be stopped, right? There will be a disturbance in the business. Another one is lack of public confidence. See, because the information is kept secret, people do not show very much very loyalty towards the partnership form of business, because the financial position of the firm, actual financial position of the firm is not known to the public. That is why this kind of business does not enjoy a very wonderful image in the public. It does not have a very quite a high goodwill is not there, right? Let us see the types of partners. Quickly we'll do. So first type of partner is active. Active is the one who will be investing money, the person who will be taking the part in decision making, who will be sharing the profits and losses, and who will bear the unlimited liability. Another one is sleeping partner. Sleeping or dormant partner, right? So this kind of partner is the person who is taking investing the capital in the business, who is having the liability unlimited, but he takes the share in profits and losses also. But this kind of partner is inactive, means he is not actively participating in the management of the business, right? So next one is secret. This partner is exactly like active partner, but he will be not telling the public that he is the partner of any firm, right? General public is not known to his to him being the partner of the firm, right? So secret partner is the person who will be investing funds, who will be bearing the unlimited liability, who will be taking the risk, who will be taking the profits part also, he will be taking decisions also, but without telling it to the general public. He will not disclose this information that he is the part of that, right? Nominal partner, children, nominal word means for name's sake. This is not the partner, he is not the, this person is not the partner of the business, he just gives his name to the business, means he allows the people to use his name. He is not the real partner, he permits the partnership firm to use his name for any benefit, right? For in case I have started one business with my friend, me and my friend are the partners, and my father told me that go to that bank, manager is my friend, and just tell him he'll provide you loan, right? He is not known to me, he is known to my father. Manager is not known to the partnership firm, manager is known to my father. This is just helping me. My father gave this permission to use his name in the bank. So what will be the end of this transaction? This, whenever I'll take loan, me and my friend, if we are not able to give it, it will become unlimited liability of my father to pay that, because he has said that he is known to us, right? So nominal partners are the partners who provide their names to the people so that their name can be used for any benefit. So another one is partner by estoppel. Partner by estoppel is the person who is here also, he is not the real partner of the firm, but by his behavior he tells, or by his expressions he shows as if he is the partner of the firm, right? And his liability also becomes unlimited. Another one is partner by holding out. That is the person whom partners show, means the person who is not actually a partner but allows himself to be shown as a partner. Like we are three friends, two of us are doing business, another one is moving around with us, right? So in his being with us, third parties will feel that he is also our friend and will become partner by holding out, and his liability will also become unlimited. So therefore he will also become the partner and he will be called as partner by holding out, right? So we'll finish this lecture over here, children. Thank you.